How do? Time for Spider and Old Scooter. Spider Solitaire of the Macintosh tribe. This is Spider Mac, the artificial intelligence behind the whole thing, with whom I do great battle regularly. Alas, she wins more than I do, but hey, it's her whole life. It's just my avocation. I'm going to dedicate tonight to Spy versus Spy. You remember Spy versus Spy? I'm not sure whether it's not still around somewhere. I just don't see it. But the two dudes with the wide brim hat and a very pointed face, and one all in black and one all in white. And it was pretty funny, I thought. Anyway, I'll explain that a little later, but it's emblematic of the weird and crazy news going on, thanks to the Trumpster. And one of the great rationales for playing Spider Solitaire in all of its glory, good game, is to take your mind off the news, cool out a little bit. It's also overtly for people of some years. My estimate is 65 to 90 years old might have some interest in this situation. Hard to know why. But anyway, I've called it several times Twitch for old people. I'm Scooter. I'm this guy right here. This is the way I plug my book all the time. But mainly I come here to play Spider Solitaire. And if you're watching perhaps because of interest in the game, I'll do my best to play a fair game, while all the while being somewhat explanatory about what the heck's going on, just to, in case there are newcomers who want to see what is that game all about. It's my favorite form of solitaire. And playing this particular format with this very forgiving scoring system, and the fact that it has a scoring system at all, some don't, and that it is generous, doesn't charge you for undoing moves, all that. Anyway, I love the move. So you start out looking for all the natural moves, red on red, black on black, etc. It gets, can you believe a game like this has two distinct polarized attitudes about how to play it? Where have I heard that before? So, I'm spending too much of my brain power talking when I should be looking at cards. And I'm convinced if I stay at this, I'll be able to do both with equal incompetence. I don't see anything else right now. I would really love to take cards off of the thin blue line here. That's the key to success. It's all in how aggressively you do it. Since I'm also occupied in my mind with score, I play the game perhaps a little more conservatively than the die and the charge aggressive types. Who could I be talking about? So, that's all I actually see right now, so forgive me if I'm overlooking a move, a source of common irritation. You see moves in different order than each other. I see them differently than you, etc. Oh, hear the wind? We are having El Window event here in New Mexico, all across the state. Big, big winds. 30-mile-an-hour steady gust to 45, and you'll hear it occasionally, maybe. I don't know whether this mic picks it up, but it sounds like, passing zephyrs blowing their whistles. Well, I could do this. This frees up this little sequence here of 3. I don't call it a stack until I get 4 or 5, depending on my mood. So I guess you could say that's a substack. Or a short stack. Something about the New Mexico restaurant culture is that everybody nearly, excuse me, who makes and serves pancakes in their restaurant, make these huge pancakes, 10 inches in diameter. Several of our favorite restaurants have that kind of Hugo cakes. There's one. Well, I'm not playing very fast, and I'm certainly not playing very aggressive, but the reason I'm not is I haven't had any offers. There was an obvious natural move I wasn't seeing. I mean, the game, Ms. Mac, Spider McGillicuddy, the genius behind this attack that I'm facing. I'm convinced any sort of random dealing of the various suits here, the 2 suits and multiple, would not come up with the kind of games that she comes up with. Hers are too tricky, too tactically right, to cut you off at the pass, to fool you into spending more money than you intended to. And that's all happened to me, and I think it's all her fault. I also think it's her fault when I miss moves. Am I missing? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't go anywhere. Well, okay. I'm done for this. We're halfway through. Don't have a score. Haven't punched a single hole in the thin blue line. And that's the way it is. So the next move, oh, I don't need to do that. That's a silly, redundant move, and I get to take it back and don't lose anything. The only time I lose a point, both financially and emotionally, is when I use the automatic card moving app and hit the wrong card. Just simple lack of oversight. And she tricks me into it. She wants us, all of us players, to use the automatic card app. Makes her happy. I think she deals that was it right there. See, I just tapped it. That's the automatic card app. But if I were trying to go here and it happened to go over here because it was closer or something, then I lose $1. It's the only time a take back, an undo, costs me money. And I won't tell you the rest of the pain part. I don't see anything else. I got this 6 block here right in the middle of my nice little would-be stack. So go ahead. I feel the end approaching. And, I don't like that. I like to feel a win approaching, or surprising moves, or rapid game play, whatever, something exciting. The more engaged I get, the more I forget about the news. Oh, spy v. spy. Real quickly. One side is saying, the Washington Post, quoting several sources, which has got to drive Trump totally around the bend, that in his meeting with the Russian contingent, that he told them stuff he shouldn't have told them, that it was highly classified, it compromised one of our intelligence sources, it was third-grade diplomacy, it was all bad. The other side, of course, is saying exactly the opposite. Nothing bad happened. Trump pulled out the big gun, Secretary of State Tillerson, and Tillerson's out there saying he didn't do anything bad. He didn't discuss anything important. I mean, nothing like battle plans or secret codes or any of that stuff. Anyway, they're both saying, I'm right, you're wrong, you're a liar. And that's just sort of par for the course. We were just sort of getting accommodated to the Comey controversy, and there comes another one. The man is consistent. He turns out stuff with great regularity. Anyway, that's why I call it spy versus spy. They're head-to-head calling each other liars using both honest and dishonest techniques, respectively. In my humble opinion. But anyway, that's all I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go back thinking about this game, which clearly needs more thought. I haven't done. The technical term, I think, is squat. Oh, well. Time to be philosophical. Take the last card. try to be more positive than thinking about this as the hospice round, but I inevitably do. Because we got a dying going on here. But I'm committed to finish out all the moves I can see so I can lose all the money that Spider-Mac deserves. And I'm a man of my word. Sometimes I think I don't see moves in the sort of Freudian slip way, but I don't see any more moves. So, with that, I share with you the astonishment and amazement and slight tinge of nervousness about the ongoing news. But come back and see me again, and we'll forget things together and play Ms. Mac. Good night, Spider. Good night, Willis. Oh, good night, Willis. I'm going to get a sock puppet one of these days. You never heard me use that name either, didn't you?